Welcome to the Vicis Interimo 30 Minutes to Kill podcast.
You are listening to the Vicis Interimo show, 30 Minutes to Kill. More or less. The incredible podcast with the unpronounceable name.
Welcome to Vicis Interimo, 30 Minutes to Kill, more or less. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Terrible timing, I know.
Yes, it is.
Yes, well, I never thought I'd get a chance to say those words again, so we're...
What words?
Those words, welcome to Vicis Interimo.
You thought you would never be able to say that again?
It felt like I was never going to get to say that again.
I see.
The past month for us has been just wow. I
don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. This is to be a uplifting and fun, maybe not uplifting, but at least motivational. No, not even that.
Wow. It's
supposed to be an entertaining podcast regarding movies and such. Horror movies in particular, and movies in general, and so on. We are, in fact, on our way out to see a movie. We are on our way to see Toy Story 4. Not really horror, not the subject of this podcast, so let's move on from there. The movie that we're going to talk about, at least one of the movies, we got several, is Waxwork 2. And that was a movie.
It was. Yeah, I guess you could say that's about it, though.
So this is would you like to hold
Well,
that?
we're in the car. I'm assuming you need two hands to drive.
Nah, not really.
You really should.
I don't.
You really should. You should.
I don't believe
Put
you.
your hands on the wheel.
Whatever. So having said that, yeah, Waxwork 2. Because we're completionists, we went ahead and watched it and lacked the charm of the first one, would you say? Or what would you...
It lacked everything that the first one had.
Well, I would disagree, because I'd say it had some stars.
I didn't know we were doing that. I have a ton of notes I wrote at the house.
Yeah.
Okay. You're really springing this on me at an awkward time.
Indeed. Well, should we wait and talk about that and maybe talk about Suspiria?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll jump right into Suspiria
at
this point.
So we're going to talk about both of them?
This is going to be a mega show. We're just going to clear the slate, get rid of July, get ready for August, get ready to do some new things here.
Okay.
You know, all those fun promos that we filmed yesterday?
Oh, yes.
That wasn't encouraging. But anyhow, Suspiria, just initially, what's your general thoughts on it to start with?
I had fun watching it.
Okay. I enjoyed it, and I could not help but question, though, if a portion of my enjoyment comes from the fact that and this is going to be sacrilege to a lot of people, I didn't particularly care for the first one.
Right.
There were elements to it. There were...
We did a show on that a while back.
Yeah. And
maybe that should be the Throwback Thursday this week, along with the...
Maybe I'll jump ahead. Yeah. And we're not doing Throwback Thursday per se, though, yes, I will I will release on Thursdays, but it'll be a throwback just at any time. Because I did a couple of those this past week and stuff. So it's not just Throwback Thursday. Those throwback episodes could be showing up at any time because we've acquired some new listeners lately. So that's mostly because I've been passing out business cards to anybody that, has a hand.
I'm sad if this is the first time they're listening to us. Because I'm feeling really grouchy right now.
Oh, well, that's when the podcasts are the best, honestly.
No.
Yeah, I think so. The movie... Suspiria.
Yes.
Though like I said, I can't help believe that a portion of my love for it or enjoyment of it comes from the fact that
The first one stunk?
The first one wasn't my cup of tea.
Right. I was being just,
Yeah, I gotcha.
No, I know how much people love the original Suspiria.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a giant following, and so many people upset that they made a second one, or tried to do a redo.
Right.
However
a reboot, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to.
I think it captured the spirit of the first one. Just the weirdness,
yes.
the
off-kilter and unsettling nature of it.
Yes, and it looked like it was still the 70s.
Yeah.
There was a lot of really good things going on in this.
They put a lot of effort into it. It wasn't just like, though I thought it was okay by comparison.
Do you think the city of Torrance could fix their roads?
No, I don't think that's in their budget.
Well, geez, fix your roads, city of Torrance. You too, Redondo Beach. Yours are the worst, by the way. Suspiria. And the fact that it did capture much of the elements that it was going for, I feel. Yeah.
And it sewed up and added to the continuity of the movie. It fleshed out all those pieces and parts that were hinted at. And I know Suspiria was really kind of part of a trilogy of movies there. There's a through line that goes through his work that you see with some of the other films. I don't have the names on the tip of my tongue right now. But
I was going to say, you've got the titles there to tell us what you're talking about?
No, of course not. This is an On the Road episode.
Okay.
So the point is, though, that this version of Suspiria did a lot to fill in the blanks, those questions.
Yes.
They tried to answer much, but not everything.
Yeah, I liked that as far as the scenes where you hear the... I guess we don't want to do... Most people have... Well, no, actually not necessarily. I was going to say most people have seen one or the other by now.
Right.
Not necessarily, actually.
Yeah.
Because almost nobody I know has seen the first one. But, I know what I read online.
Right.
A lot of other horror podcasters and horror community members who we know, obviously, it's one of their favorites.
Right.
But just the general public, my friends and family, nobody's ever heard of either one of them anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, spoilers, I guess we'll be careful, but...
Careful, yeah.
We won't say what's going on, though it kind of lets you know right away in this one.
Yeah, you don't have the build-up that you get with watching the first one.
But I liked that because it was just enough for you to go, okay, well, then I kind of know what's the motivation behind the faculty of this school.
It gives you a chance to settle in, I think, and enjoy the story instead of being on the edge of your seat going, what's happening with it? That's my feeling of it.
Okay, well, see, and again, I feel like we're saying this because neither of us particularly thought the first one was that great, and it was sort of disjointed. This one, I think we like that element because of what movie it is.
Well,
normally we don't want everything spoon-fed to us, and we don't want all this information.
And I don't think the spoon-fed it.
All right. I mean, the faculty in between scenes... It inserted conversation and things, right away what they are and what they're trying to do. So it's just given to you. And this is another movie though that you need to pay attention. You can't be on your phone. You can't be chatting or talking or whatever. Yeah.
I think
We can say that about all movies.
Oh, okay, but this one especially.
Turn off your phones, people.
Because
you're not going to die turning your turning your phone off for a couple hours. You're not going to die.
This, I think, will require more of your attention than some of the other ones. So, maybe not. I mean, because then, I do feel like the end of this one fell apart. They did leave out. I feel like they left out some vital information because there was a little bit of a what the heck, like, okay, I was totally following this until right now. Well, I think that's where your multiple viewings come in. I think that. Think so? If you really love it, if you really enjoy it that much, and if you're that concerned with the end of the movie. Well, I'll go online and read,
The ending of Suspiria explained.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so is the rewatchability, are you ready to sit down and watch it again?
I think I could.
Really?
I do.
Well, you know what? Tilda Swinton is in it, and so I could probably watch it another dozen times.
Just because?
Because she is just so lovely to me. I love her.
She is.
But there was a lot of really great acting going on in here.
Absolutely.
And by the way, Tilda,
Yeah?
she plays 3 parts in the movie, so watch for her. 3 parts.
Yeah.
She's 3 characters in there.
Okay, let's not drift any further towards.
No.
Okay, so the movie itself, though.
Yes.
Do you what is your recommendations on this one? Who do you recommend it to? And do you recommend
My artsy friends.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it's not just it's not a slasher. It's not a, it's definitely a thinker. It's a little bit off kilter, as we said, atmospheric, a little artsy. It's something different for sure.
Right.
So I could not recommend it to just any and all horror fans.
Right.
Are horror fans?
Sure.
Probably.
Would appreciate it, I think, if you've stuck with us for more than a dozen episodes.
Because we don't watch a lot of slasher films. We don't watch a lot of blood and guts. We don't watch a lot of just shock stuff. We're into the story. We're into the... Okay, Palos Verdes, you need to fix your roads also. All of the money is in Palos Verdes, and your roads suck. It's so bumpy here. Jeez.
We should go out and do a road report. Maybe.
Yeah, California should be taken out back and shot.
For a few different reasons.
Maybe that's it.
Okay, that's a terrible place to break down on the side of a hill going up.
Well, why not?
All right.
Good luck, people.
Hey, here's a smooth patch of road.
Look, they're BMWs, too.
Yeah. So anyhow, my question, though, too, is do you recommend the first one at all? Do you recommend watching them in tandem? For historic
sake, yes. Yes to both. Yes.
And watch them in order? Or in chronological orders when they were made?
What, we're just talking about the 2, right?
Yeah, we're talking about the 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
We made it. I was like, wait, what are we...
Well, I mean...
I thought you were getting the other ones involved, too.
No.
The other ones that we don't know the titles of.
In some cases, I would say, maybe watch this one first and then go back and see kind of like the source material or the other movie. With this one...
No, I actually would recommend watching the first one first.
Okay. If you're at all
I think
interested.
it should be watched in its purest form because you have to give yourself a chance to love it. I wish I loved it the way the people who love it.
Right.
It didn't
capture.
Yeah, darn it.
Didn't capture it for you. Okay.
And if I'd have seen this one first, the newer version, and then went back, I probably would have liked it even less.
Gotcha.
Because I can still appreciate the original for what it is.
Right.
It's an important historical film.
Sure.
Historical film. You know what I mean?
In our community.
Yes, in the history of horror film and whatnot.
Right.
I think it's an important art piece.
Okay.
So yeah, absolutely watch that one first and give it a chance.
Okay.
And I hope you love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then I think
it was probably kind of groundbreaking,
I would think that you would like this one. If you would give it a chance, I think you would like the newer one too.
Yes.
I believe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just because you like the first one doesn't mean you're going to like this one.
Doesn't guarantee it.
But if you're new to them both, then there's a good chance.
There you go.
If it's the old fans who've loved Suspiria since day one, they've loved it for a few decades now, they're not going to give the second one a chance.
Decades, but yes,
yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
the effects?
Fair enough. The effects on it are phenomenal. I mean, I like them a lot. Phenomenal is maybe an overstatement. They're good. They're great.
There was some hard stuff to look at.
Well, yeah, and done well. It
was totally believable.
It was, oh my gosh. Yeah, that scene just popped into my head. Okay, yeah, there are some very intense scenes also.
Was that Rocket at the side of the road?
He was sleeping, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. He was just having a nap there. He's tuckered out from crossing the road, I think.
All right.
And I'm going this way because I'm getting gas.
Okay.
All right.
I figured that's what you were doing.
All right. Good. So yeah, so definitely worth checking out if you are willing to give a slow burn movie a chance.
Yeah.
If you want,
and I loved all the actresses in there.
Yeah.
I thought they were all really great.
Yeah.
Both the young girls and the faculty.
Yeah. Solid performances throughout.
Yeah.
I've got an arrow, so I'm going to make you turn. It doesn't say not to.
Oh, okay. I wasn't quite sure what you were doing there.
I wasn't either. It's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, look. That's the fuel level.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing we're pulling into the gas station then.
It kind of is.
Have I pointed out these horrible roads up here?
Yes, you have.
Man.
All right. On that note, I think...
that's probably it.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any parting
shots?
thoughts on Suspiria?
No.
Please don't hit that Mercedes.
I won't. I hope this thing will reach.
Are they pulled in the right way?
They're probably
Look,
way
there's
deep
another
in there.
Mercedes right next to it.
Yes, we are in Palos Verdes.
Yeah, their road's stuck here.
Yeah.
They can afford to get their tires and axles and their struts and all that stuff fixed, I guess.
Indeed.
Hitting those potholes.
I guess so.
You know what? They just buy a new one.
There you go. Throw out this old one and throw out the beater and get a new one, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to let you hit the stop button.
Oh, okay. It's the square.
Yeah.
What is that? What's clunking over there?
I don't know.
Did you leave the thing open?
I left the gas thing open.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. So anyhow, it's already recording, so yeah, that's already caught on there.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, nope, this isn't the gas station. That's lovely.
So yeah, we just turned this off like 5 minutes ago. We're leaving the gas station already.
Sans a tank of gas, because they only take they only take cash or debit.
Cash or debit, no credit cards.
Yes, lovely. Okay, well.
What, rich people don't use credit cards? Gosh.
And then it's made even more perfect by talking about tossing out old cars and getting new ones. The elderly lady with her white gloves there that was choosing to...
They got out of the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to drive you nuts.
I hope people can hear that banging noise because that is the sound of the gas tank door flapping in the wind because you did not close it.
Because I got frustrated.
Is the gas cap even on there?
It is. Luckily, it's connected.
Because if we have to go back to that gas station...
Yeah.
Oh, so the lady in her little hat and her little white gloves getting out of the Mercedes.
Yes. That was it. She was just there checking out a new car.
Well,
because
I was going to say, she walked over and was looking at a BMW for sale.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh.
So instead of, filling up that tank, maybe she would just buy a new one.
Maybe. Well, no, okay, and here's the best part of everything.
Yeah.
We're up on the hill where the rich people live, where everything's top dollar. They have the cheapest gas prices around.
Yeah.
We live down in the flats where stuff is complete crap. Though the roads are crap up here. We live down in the flats and the gas prices are just astronomical.
Top dollar for sure.
But up here where the rich people live, they get cut a break. What is happening?
It's a crazy, crazy world.
Okay, we're at the movie theater.
Yeah.
We're also paying top dollar to go to this fancy movie theater.
But this is for our privacy.
It's worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, dear.
On that ridiculous note.
I'm out of here.
All right. Dang those people at Pixar.
Oh no, what?
They're making me tear up and feeling all sad for plastic and pixels and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I have a slight confession to make.
Yeah?
Well, that somebody had spoiled the end of the movie for me.
Oh, give me a break.
Or I should clarify a little bit by saying they told me the big reveal. They told me something about the story because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I mean, it's been out a month now. Probably everybody that's going to see it's going to see it by now. But they told me, kind of the ending, the big overarching part of it.
Right.
So I totally was going into this movie taking you, not telling you that, thinking, I hope this doesn't end in a way that this is going to be a bummer for us finally going out to the movies. Going out to the movies and seeing, say, a sad story or something of that nature.
Right. It was a good ending, though.
No. That's my point. It was great. It was, as always, it's most always, I guess, their Pixar magic.
Yes.
But I went into it like mad and prepared to not like it.
What?
That sounds horrible saying all of that. And I don't want to say anything.
Well, you and I are going to have to
away.
Discuss that then when you're
afterwards,
done. When you shut the recorder
when
off.
I shut this off. But
yeah,
man, I got to tell you, they did it again. I hadn't heard as much about this movie as like the others. Like I didn't even really realize it had been out since like the 23rd of.
Yeah, I was really surprised. It's been out a month already.
Yeah, and so
I had no idea.
Yeah, and so I hadn't seen the hype and the toys. We were in the Disney store, and you actually had a little credit and purchased a souvenir from the movie. What am I? Some of the movie merch, anyhow.
There you go.
Yeah.
A Pizza Planet coffee cup.
Yeah.
With Forky.
With a
ceramic Forky that hangs on the side.
And I gotta say, I was prepared to find Forky annoying and so on and so forth, despite his weird look, and all that. But, wow, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, good.
And what did you think? Because this was this was a day out at the movies and stuff. Was it everything you hoped it would be?
Yes.
As far as that goes, all right. Because did it up right: popcorn, hot dogs, soda. Kicking back and just enjoying a arguably feel-good film. Not arguably, it's definitely a feel-good film.
Yeah.
But it has like real life. It has its drama, its moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely emotional.
Yes. Well.
But all the quote kids movies these days do have emotional elements.
Well, all the better ones at any rate.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff like the Emoji Movie.
Well, I guess the ones
Angry Bird, the ones that we go see.
The ones we go see, yeah.
Yeah, because we're all about the story.
If you haven't seen all of the How to Train Your Dragon movies,
oh yeah,
you've got to see those.
Yeah. And I gotta say, this one had some really creepy elements.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one.
Surprisingly so.
Yep, it had a horror element to it.
It sure did. That horror undercurrent through it, and that was right down to the music that they chose. I'm sure that was a deliberate choice.
Yeah.
But so if you haven't seen it, which it may not be in theaters for much longer, but if you get a chance to watch it, however you consume content these days, definitely check it out. Toy Story 4 was a lot of fun.
Yes.
All right. I'll stop poking that thing in your face then.
Okay.
Yeah. Though actually you're holding it now. And you figured out where the stop button was, so let's do that again.
It's right here. You don't have to do that.
You are listening to the Vicis Interimo show.
Wait.
30 minutes to kill, more or less.
Why are you doing an intro?
Because this is going to go before the stuff in the car. Or do you want it after the stuff in the car?
Well, I thought we were just going to do it in the order that we've been recording. Because we talked about we couldn't do Waxwork 2 and we're going to do it later.
Break.
What?
Welcome back from the musical break that I've just inserted here that you magically can't hear.
Okay.
That everybody else heard. And we're back to talk more about Waxwork.
You don't really have a plan, do you? You're just You're just winging it.
Like much of life, I'm just winging it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we're back to talk about Waxwork.
Well, yes,
2.
because you wanted to talk about it the other day, and I said
Well, they'll know. They'll have listened to this whole thing or whatever.
Right.
So we're on track. We're going to pick up right where we left off.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Calm down, sir.
You calm down.
But I was going to say, I didn't have my notes, but you know what?
Yeah?
I don't have notes anyway.
That is flippin' ridiculous.
The movie was so bad, I didn't want to write anything down.
How is that even possible? Well, luckily I took some notes.
I thought I had notes here, sorry.
Now who doesn't have a plan?
I don't know.
All right. Well, so I actually have this in front of me, so let's talk about the fact that we have Zach Gallihan in it. We got Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
We've got Marina Sirtis.
Okay. Deanna Troy.
There you go. Yeah. And just a whole host of other people.
Yeah.
Patrick McNee, David Carradine.
That everything you're saying right now makes it sound awesome.
It is. Not.
It so was not.
Well, so
epic fail. I remember when we did Waxwork, and I said, "Good job, Anthony Hickox, written and directed.
Right.
Great job, wonderful. Okay, this one, no." What happened?
It's written and directed by him again.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He got a gold star the other time. This time he doesn't get anything. Nothing. No gold star for you.
But the things that I liked about it is it jumped right in to the movie. I mean, it picked up where the other one left off. And
that's maybe the only good thing about it.
That's you got to see all the wonderful cameos of folks.
It doesn't matter. Nobody could save it. It was horrible. And it had nothing to do with Waxwork, nothing to do with the I don't know.
Is that it? Was it just the
a
story wasn't woven tight enough to the first one to be enjoyable?
Well,
to make sense, or because we find out that our hero comes from a line of heroes, sort of.
Yeah, it tried to have a story.
Okay.
I mean, it had a story.
But it didn't have the tight continuity that the other one did. Well, we were introduced to the powers and abilities in the first one. And
I don't like that the actress got swapped out for someone totally unlike the actress in the first one.
Yeah.
Who, as we said, was I don't know her name.
Yeah.
Because she kind of disappeared off the scene many years ago.
Deborah Foreman.
Okay. She was in Valley Girl.
Yeah.
She was the main Valley Girl in Valley Girl.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed seeing her in Waxwork.
Yeah.
She was not in Waxwork 2. She was replaced by a actress that was nothing like her.
Yeah.
She was too tall for one and had to bend her knees and stoop down all the time so she wasn't towering over our hero. That was so distracting to me.
It's so funny because when I've complained about things like that in other movies, you just didn't notice it. You just didn't see that.
Like what?
We'll talk about it afterwards because we're getting off the topic here and we're already in a chaotic enough episode.
Well, what are you talking about? I'm
talking about the movie The Affair. When I had such a problem with that movie, The Affair, the short film, there was a huge discrepancy between the main actors in there, and that bugged me and just drove me nuts. But
okay,
you didn't notice that. But anyhow,
that is nothing like this super tall actress having to crouch down and stand funny so that she was the same size as the hero.
Okay, so moving on. Was there anything? Is there anything that you did like about this? Or is it just an hour and a half wasted that we're not going to get back?
Like the first one, it goes through different time periods and different scenarios.
It's a little like House 2 in that, where you go into a different room, you get something different. They're bouncing around, finding these random time doors, a little bit like
it was more
like
just
Time
like
Bandits.
Yeah,
where you're
well,
bouncing around, but those were good, and this wasn't.
This was just so not. And he got all those people to be in it.
Well, and that was the other thing that
it was so stinky.
That I did love about it was the fact that it was done with no sense of irony or anything. That everybody played their parts to the hilt and gave everything for it. I thought all the actors did a great job in there. Some were good and some were bad, but everybody seemed to give their all. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of those, if it's going to time jump and show us different, because that's always kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been, but they spent way too much time in one area. Like, it almost became a different movie for a while.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, okay, let's move on and
get to the next thing.
Get out of this time period here.
Would you be better off spending your afternoon watching a few Quantum Leaps back to back or something?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that we came back for all this. I thought you had a whole host of notes that we were going through.
I thought so too. I'm sorry. I'll probably find them later. I swear I wrote stuff down, but it's not here where they should be.
I see.
Oh, no.
Well, this has been a chaotic episode. We will be getting back on track and getting down to our more normal schedule, where we generally have 4 segments to the show and all that type of stuff. But at this point, I wanted to get something out here, tell you guys that I missed you horribly, and thank our patrons at Lonely Bob, Big Al V, and Goldafish. And thank those new listeners that have actually come around and bothered to hang out to actually catch a new episode instead of one of the old throwback ones. And
that's nice.
It exactly is, absolutely. So having said all that, you can get in contact with us by emailing me directly at madsaxon, that's with 2 X's, MADSAXXON at yahoo.com, or look us up on Facebook by punching in a VICISINTERIMO, or just friend me as Michael Jones. I think we should have killed it.
We should.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.